Uh, Good evening, everybody. It's your buddy Schmuel, and just finished with Hughezy. Thought I would just pop in and say hello and see what's going on. And why is that timer? There we go. Um, Timer's out of the way. Uh, wow, we got 11 people in the chat already. Chow is here. Uh, Mike Irby 2816. Can't wait till Friday. Uh, Decline host. Hold on, let's go up here. Only Schmuel can turn back time. Jimmy I 319. Thank you, Jimmy. Um, Dr. Chow the Mega J. More Buckman is never bad. Chow, chow, chow. Um, Sam Bibley, no one tell him. Decline host, stop with this 10-minute bullshit. Just go live. I had to switch over from StreamYard to Evmux. Just put it up. And there you go, decline host. Um, at decline host, I pace the room getting ready. I, I'm never ready when I start these things. I'm just, no matter what I do, I'm just never ready. So that's hence the timer. And I like it because I think that it enables everyone to know when I'm going to start talking. And tonight I went early. Now you're going to hear noise because I'm going to double check and make sure that we are on the YouTube and you guys can hear me. And forgive me, I don't really have great lighting tonight. I am still in my office. And Mr. Panhandler, there is a war that you're ignoring super chats. Untrue. It's a lie. It's a lie. We did read the super chat. It was one super chat, so let's not call it a war. And it was Rackham Ray. And we had read that because we actually talked about what Rackham Ray meant. And Moon Crickets. Will you be doing a 24-hour stream for Thanksgiving? It ain't gonna happen. Uh, Cookie would never stand for it. Never, ever, ever. Yo, Lady KB. Yo, Schmuel. Um, Listen, so Lady KB, I sort of, I don't really owe an apology, but YouTube has changed the way that everybody's names appears. So Um, it's not Lady KB, it's this KB 103 um and several others. And I think that that somebody was using like alt accounts. So forgive me if it took me a little bit to get there. Decline host. Where is it? Uh yeah, Panhandler, I'm running it. The anti-Schmuel cabal. Um de Decline host has what do you call it? he he's been a friend since the stream started. And if it weren't for Decline Host and people like him, I wouldn't be here. Lo, these many months later. Rochi 888, are you aware it's Friday, Joe? Uh, yeah, it is, isn't it? And I'll be leaving soon enough. We'll get everybody off. And Decline Host, a friend. Yeah, you were instrumental in helping me do this. Um, I won't tell anybody, but without you, this probably would have ended months and months ago. So thank you for that, decline host. One of the things I really dislike about Evmux, which is very few things, because I like it a lot better than StreamYard, but it really doesn't monitor. I can't hear myself in my ears. So unless I have somebody else on stream, um, it's crazy. Moon Crickets. I can't believe my original name is showing. I was like American History X when I was younger. I no longer associate myself with those podcasts. Does that mean if you cats went out and looked up a Moon Crickets podcast, you might get some interesting stuff? Um, I am gonna pull up if you guys, not that anybody wants to use it, but because I get yelled at for not reading super chats and super tips and stuff, I'll make sure that super tips is up on the my screen at least so I can see it, and it is here. And thank you for super chatting. Those are great and helpful. Um, this Evmux is, I keep going month to month because I don't want to make a commitment. But it's $50 a month, and it's insane. Soup Party. Whoa, it's Thursday again. Um, Soup Party's done some great coverage lately, so you guys might want to check him out. Uh, been really going on with Granny, and Soup Party's seems to be one of the few people covering it in kind of a way. I don't want to say that I enjoy. I haven't watched a ton of it, but I do like the I do like us. We should be calling out more of that behavior. And Rochi wants to know if I can do a backflip. And look, I can't do a backflip. I can't do a front flip. I can barely touch my toes. And no shit. Sam Bibley, Soup Party wants to ban Sam B. Uh, I don't know whether you're kidding or not, but I got to tell you, this is like the weirdest thing in the world. Is I don't really pay attention to much, and then when I do, I think people are playing with each other. Um, and I have to laugh because I don't realize that like they seriously don't like each other. And so what happens is that I find myself sometimes caught in the middle of stuff, and that's where we go. So I don't know who's fighting with who, and I don't really carry on the what do you call it? Uh, I am not going to participate in it. And look who's here. Hughezy Entertainment. Granny is just boring. That's his real crime in my eyes. He can't stop saying the exact same stuff over and over. But he's winning, Hughezy. He's winning. Uh, the most embarrassing thing I heard him say the other day was that uh, Lemmy was mad at him. And this whole thing started because Lemmy was all pissed off that he was getting more viewers than she was. And I've been kind of checking out his shows, and he's been getting about 30, 35 viewers from what I saw. And so um, that's not a lot. And, I don't know Lemmy very well, but I think I know Lemmy enough to know that uh, she's not losing sleep over this. And Lemmy likes to stream, and that's what I think Lemmy is all about. I think she likes to do it. I don't think she's into it for the money, and I think she's working at it and getting better. And that is the difference. Is she's not doing the same shit over and over and over again. But I feel like we haven't talked about Granny lately. I do know that he has been trying to get my attention and get uh, Mersh's attention. And I don't think either of us have been paying much attention to him. But, you know, to say that she put him in that place, uh, it's just, it's silly. It's silly. And to claim that he's doing better than all of us and whatnot, it's also silly. And Serenity Now, Schmuel is obsessed. With what though? I don't know. And this is Lady KB. Yeah, Lemmy's outliving life. Exactly. Right? like she's moving on. And this notion of him getting pissed off about the way she broke up with him and whatnot, the guy was in a rehab surrounded by therapists, doctors, everybody, other alcoholics and stuff, recovering people. Um, I can't think of a better place to get bad news. But it's like life. You got to take advantage of the things that you have. So, in any event, we're just here to kind of talk to the chat a little bit. So, Rochi, Hughezy, Kim wants some of that Irish in her. Yeah, Hughezy is a coxman, that's for sure. That's the other part that I find funny is that, first Lemmy it was the Hack the Movies guy that she was having this relationship with, and then it was Hughezy that she's having a relationship with, and Granny just doesn't have any idea that Lemmy's actually a nice person. And there we go. Cigarette Jones, clout chasing Schmuel or clout chaser Schmuel. Yeah. I have made a determination about clout chasing, and that determination is that uh, I don't know what it is. I imagine that there is, or there are clout chasers. I'm not one of them. I just have a thing like if I do something, I want to do it as much as I can. So, or not as much as I can, but I'd like to learn how to do it and get into it. And so, you go, I ask people if if they'd like to come on. And I have to be honest, I'm shocked more times than not when they say yes. So, uh, there's there's that. But for as long as I'm here, I will be trying to build a channel. I like it. I'm not looking to make tons of money off it. I'd very much like to make a couple. And the king of the Dabbleverse joins us. Good evening, Mr. Hughes. How's the mouse?
It just needed a heck of a charge, if you know what I mean. Is this mic connected though?
It is, and it's loud, at least in
This is
my ears.
uh,
Wait, go ahead, tap it again. Yes.
okay. Well, I can move it away a bit, but I've got a weird voice. It was out last night singing songs at Bob Dylan. But I just want to come here to brag that I officially won the Dabbleverse number one hottie in the in Deb's thing. So I beat out models. It was me against Tommy Jordan and Carmick and ladies man Chad Zumach, and I won. So I pretty much think that that means that everything's going to be great for me for the rest of the year. Don't you agree, Buckman?
For the 6 weeks that are left, yeah, I do. But Husey, you're a good-looking fella.
Fruit.
You got to admit that. And you've got that Irish charm. You got a good head of hair.
Well, you see, everybody calls it Irish charm, but you don't know what that is over here.
Uh, I know a lot of Irish people, and you have a certain je ne sais quoi that most Irish do not possess.
Yeah, that's a well known Irish saying, is je ne sais quoi.
Yep, it is. It's right up there. It's me practicing my Gaelic.
Gay what?
So the only thing I know is what's the crack? That's all I hear all the time.
The exactly. No, the thing about that award is I love it just the fact that Chad didn't.
Did you think he would? He's been measured and he's been out in public, so people have actually seen him. So you have that advantage over him.
I'm here to battle against the small penis myth of the Irish. I think I could change a few minds. Uh, let's see who's there. I will send it to Doctor Chai. I was going to choose KB or Kim, but I will send Doctor Chai my dick. which I think is. Would you like that, Doctor Choi, my bro?
I think he might.
Why? What have you heard?
You might be disclosing things that nobody knew.
What
So what?
the?
No, I was going to say, he's Chow likes to remain a mystery, and what's more mysterious than that?
Yeah. Just to answer a final boss's question. I had technical problems on my end, so I had to shut it down, or else if I didn't shut the thing down, I would have ended up doing like a 19-hour stream. So I had to. So unfortunately, I had to cut it short. Unlike my dick, but apart from that,
Well, I enjoy it, and what happens is I took a nap before 15 minutes, and so I woke up right as it was ending. It was great. I have to
see,
practice my Kiki voice.
that was pretty good. Hey, May, I know this is your show, but
No, go ahead, rock
can
and
I
roll.
answer Doctor Chai's question?
You can answer all the questions that you want.
Yes, Chai, I would love. Well, I'd love for you to come on the show because you're always a good laugh to speak to. But I'd love to host a Buckman debate. I think it would be to moderate it without people arguing and fighting. So definitely yes by me.
And you'll not suck either one of our dicks during the debate, right?
I didn't say that.
The the I have no problem. I've been trying to get Chow on here forever, and
Chai's hilarious to me. He's like fucking Gene Wilder, and but only someone that quotes old school hip hop all the time. Um, and I love, I do, well, I wouldn't say love, but I really enjoy their show life forms because it's a fucking funny concept, and they they get people pretty good.
I I like the concept a lot. Not a mere fan. Um, and I think if Chow did something on his own or with somebody else, um, he'd be much better. I think he's got like that sort of serious uh, commentator thing, and if he had somebody funny with him, he'd be great.
Would you like to hear the interesting scoop from a conversation I had with someone the other day?
What was that?
Uh, Without doxing, there is a chance that myself and Tommy Jordan are related somehow.
How does this come about?
Well, he has a family. He has family from Ireland called the Hugheses, and it's a pretty big family. So that it was me and Tommy very likely are in somehow way related. So there you go.
Wow. I wonder if we're related.
No,
Yeah. So I think it's hard to figure out my family because they were so fucked up, but and disjointed. But I think I have a grandmother from Tipperary, but no one has ever told me.
well, how did
And
you find out?
when I asked, because it came up, an uncle of mine that passed away a couple of years ago was had said it to me, and then I tried to verify it, and I haven't been able to, because apparently my family has been in that side of the family has been in the States for a really long time. So
Yeah, it's possible, but I want to talk about a Hackamania because a couple of like last week, everybody seemed to be saying they were going. Now it seems like not many are as interested in it anymore.
I think that this little piggy show killed it.
No, I think so, but I also think that maybe from what we were speaking about, the seriousness of it all has maybe turned people off because they're sort of probably thinking, why would I want to travel all the way there just to have 3 days of stupid fucking arguing with a bunch of people that I don't even talk to? So,
I think you may. I think you may be exaggerating this a little bit. I think there is stuff going on, and the striking and all that stuff, but it's pretty limited, right? Between Shuli and John and Carl, like and those guys. So, I'm hoping that it doesn't spread to the rest of the Dabbleverse. If it does, then we're screwed. But I don't think it will.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If fucking Shuley might not even be there if he gets his shit shut down. Because if he loses the show from YouTube, that's a massive amount of his financial income gone.
Right, but
And
Shuli doesn't go to Hackamania anyway.
oh, he's not
Never
even going.
never been there. And $10 from Sue Party. Thanks for the plug, homie. Do a backflip. I can touch my toes. I cannot do a backflip.
Mm.
But Shuli is not a Hackamania guy.
Well, fuck him then. Team Ava.
He does he'll do if they do DabbleCon, he's at DabbleCon, but he's not at Hackamania.
Are you attracted to trans women?
No.
Are you though?
No.
Let's see some ones in the chat if you think that Schmuel's big time into trans women, because I think there's a chance you may be.
No, I'm trying to what do you call it? I personally am one of these guys that grew up in New York and everybody was cool and stuff. So I like bringing them in, and I also like causing trouble.
There's a couple of.
I had Ava on a long time ago, and she just got so much hate. But we had these interesting conversations. So it was like, well, why not bring her on again?
Is Ava coming on tonight?
No, I haven't asked Ava on, and I really don't plan to until this John thing sorts itself out.
Yeah, that's the thing because it's. I she probably feels like she's massively under attack at the minute, so like I get it. But again, I don't do the pylons. I fucking I like everybody until they give me a reason not to.
Well, that's actually not the reason. I mean, the reason is because she's been on everything, and everybody's asked her a million questions. And I talked to her today, and if I thought I could sit her down and like find out something, like what does she see in John? How does she ignore all the shit that John's done in order to do this stuff? I'd probably have her on. But right now it feels like I would just get more of the same that everybody else is getting. So
Mm,
it might be better to wait.
yeah.
And
But
I don't dislike Ava. Ava and I have a really good relationship. So um I kind of don't want to ruin that. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
did, did you used to be a comedian, Buckman, back in the day?
no, I tried to do
Oh.
what do you call it? I tried to do some open mics, and I actually did all right. Um, I once, although he won't, I don't know whether he'll won't remember it or whether he'll deny it, but I once opened for Rich Voss.
Because that's so. How did you sort of get into this stuff? Because I remember you turned up on Ray DeVito's show.
So I was going to shows, and I just wound up talking to people. Um, I kind of knew Dixon, and so I would just talk to him, and then Ray invited me on, and I went on the stream. It wasn't horrible, and one thing led to another. So
But that's the weird thing, and this may sound like kind of obnoxious to say, but the thing that I do love about the Dabbleverse is it puts everybody on the same level. Because like you look at Kevin Brennan, he's written TV shows with fucking Norm Macdonald. He was on Saturday Night Live. He played Santa Claus in Spin City. He's toured in arenas with Louis C.K. But now he co-hosts with Clearwater Chad,
yeah,
and and it's like he's now everybody's on the same level. Like Bob Levy's like a respected comedian, but he can come and hang out with dicks like us and have a bit. That's the thing that I do love about. Like nobody's bigger or better than anybody. Like look at fucking Tommy Jordan. He was nobody really knew who he was over a month ago, and now he's like everybody's go-to guy.
Yeah, I like Tommy Jordan. I like the what do you call it? I like all these
Trans
people.
women.
No, I like trans women. I like all these people being in here, and I'm sort of convinced that this pie is so big that anybody can come on and enjoy themselves, and have fun. I I don't really feel like I'm in competition with anybody, and I'm certainly not going to be around for very long. I mean, just I come with an expiration date. So,
Are
um,
you dying?
no, not yet. Well, we're all dying. I mean, just age-wise. Kim Nicholson, 420. Tommy is a character. Uh, and Butter Dick Jones explaining me, Andy Warhol was right about 15 minutes of fame. Um,
Yeah, but that's like one of the things that's happens specifically with the Dabbleverse is like somebody new turns up and everybody's talking about them, and it's just how are they going to use that 15 minutes? Like Tommy Jordan was able to turn it into a pretty good following. He actually is a pretty good stream. I watch it sometimes in the morning, but then you get someone and they're not taking shots. Where you look at JMO, where a lot of people were talking about him months ago, and now he's just like one of the seven hosts of BYB. So, like, I just think that that's a perfect example, I would say, of how it goes. Oh yeah,
right, but look, I think some people are going to find their place, and some people aren't. Um, the JMO thing in particular, um, he got pumped up by the Chowder Gang, for lack of a better way to describe it. And one of their members sent me because I was saying that it was MGD first coined it, so I'll give her credit. Um, that it was a pump and dump on on JMO. That when JMO came in, Chow, Dan, Mint, all those guys, uh, a group of people were pumping him up and pumping him up. And to use one of their terms, he started smelling his own farts and thought he was better, uh, thinks he's better than he was, and I disagree. I mean, I think there's a place for uh, a guy like JMO, but I don't know. It's like it feels to me like you got to slow down a little bit, you know?
yeah. I would describe him as a little intense. Like he goes from like 1 to 100 on like the fugue scale pretty quickly, which I think is a shame. Like just relax and enjoy yourself. Like because that's one of the things about my show is that I'm never going to bring people on for to set them up for me to argue with. It so happens that the guests fucking argue with each other.
Yeah, I don't like the ambush and the setup. It's just not what I do. And look, I'm an idiot, and I'm an old idiot, and I just like talking, and I don't know, I enjoy this, but it doesn't really affect my like I don't get off stream and be angry that final boss said something mad or bad to me, you know. Um, and I'm not a real fan and this is something I find hard, like with the Keanu stuff. Um, I find it almost impossible for me to call a woman a whore, even if I think it. You know,
What even would you have sex with them?
would I have sex with them
No.
if they're trans? Yeah. No. Say your question again. I'm sorry.
No, that's all I needed to hear. I'm going to clip that. Thank you very much.
Cool. But yeah, and Cigarette Jones mirrors into getting pumped and dumped. You know, I went on the Chow, and this sort of stuff with Dan is an interesting turn to me because we got along fine, and then all of a sudden we didn't, and it was like I was talking to him like I did every day, and then all of a sudden I didn't hear from him anymore. Um, and the next thing I knew, he was like on stream saying I'm a smug prick and I'm in this for the money and you know like all of these things, and he would never stream with me again, and I'm like I was like where the fuck, like where did that come from, right? But I would find it hard to do. I find that hard to do to somebody else. I usually like even if I think that somebody is a smug prick or I really dislike them, it's rare that I'll comment on it. And so that's why I get the name ball washer because it's like more the people that I admire or think have talent are the people that I want to have I'd like to stream with or I'd like to talk to.
See, I find Dan hilarious because he's so mellow and chilled out, and then just something will piss him off, and he just fucking goes off. And as long as I'm not the victim, I find it hilarious. Like he did nearly an hour long solo show where he just trashed the shit out of JMO by himself for an hour, and he didn't stop or repeat himself. And I was like, that was fucking impressive.
Bro, you think Mersh has talent. You are beyond help, Buckman. Uh, I disagree. I think Mersh has talent. Whether you like him or not, or whether you agree with him, are completely different issues. But the guy has talent.
I'm going to hang out with Mersh in February.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to be in Florida for about, I can't remember. I think it's like 4 days, just whatever. What's that?
Are you gonna? This is people are asking in the chat what I'm smoking, and they are Romeo and Julieta 1875 cigarros. 6 petite bullies in this pack, 38 gauge by 4 inches.
Lovely.
It's kind of tiny.
Yeah. Well, I don't smoke.
Reminds you of the Irish. No,
Jesus. Yeah.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah. No, I'm going to be in Florida in a couple of months because a friend of mine's on a bachelor party and they're doing this golf trip, and I don't want to play golf, and I don't even like my friends. So the plan is to get a car, and I want to go visit everybody that I know that's in Florida. So that's uh,
You're,
Marsh, Deb. I want to go meet Chad Zumark and maybe other people.
you're gonna stop by a certain shed in the middle of Florida.
No, because he'll probably not be alive by then.
Uh,
That's the thing about him that I think so stupid. Like you're a grown adult and you have a kid and but you go online. He's like, I want to meet up and fight you. It's like, and then what? Is that going to change everybody's opinion once the fight is over? Like if he kicks my head in, does that mean I'm going to turn and go? You know what? I was wrong the whole time. You're the man.
yeah,
Uh, it's just grow the fuck up, you twat.
that's the deal, man. Is it's like he hasn't grown up, and people are like, oh, well, he's young, but he's like 37. I mean, he's not a young man, and if this is where you are now, you're not getting anywhere later. And I do remember one time talking to him, and he was telling me pretty much going on about how I don't want to say how he was winning, but you know what life is all about and pontificating on success. And the guy was living in his car at the time, you know.
Because that's what I always say is about not just about him but about most people. It's like, well, what's next? Like what do you aim to do next? There's Tommy Jordan in the chat. My brother Tommy, there he is. Hey Tommy, how does that L feel from that Dabble vs Hotties list? Yeah, loser. Where'd you go hang out with fucking Cormac at the ugly table? Roasted. You know? But yeah, but the old stuff is like, so he right now, and I'm just taking Granny for example. He's living in his shed, and he's ranting every day online. It's like, okay, now what? What's it going to be like in 6 months' time? Are you going to be living in a fucking mansion? Are you going to be putting money into your pension? Or is it just going to be another version of what you're already fucking doing right now? And it's not even about picking sides. It's for his own sake. Like
Yeah,
I,
it's
I love fucking drinking, but I didn't drink today, and well, I'll be drinking tomorrow. But it's like just fuck stop doing it. Like you look like a dick, you look like a loser. You're only making yourself look bad, which in turn makes anyone connected with you look really bad too. And like I don't even get annoyed by him. Part of me actually feels sorry for him, but then the other half just thinks, go fuck yourself.
I I I I feel sorry for him too, because I've seen a million guys like him growing up, and it's not about picking sides. You know, whether or not Lemmy is the right person or not the right person or whatever your relationship was, you have a kid. You know, you shouldn't be saying that shit online. And then to say you don't care if your kid sees it, I mean, come on. And then to blame her for not letting you see the kid or whatever it is. But had you been on time, none of this would be an issue, right? It's always the problem is always created because he showed up late or he had the wrong address. If you were going to see your kid for the first time in quite a while, wouldn't you be like double and triple checking stuff and arriving an hour early?
Yeah, and I wouldn't have publicly bragged about the fact that I drove drunk the way over there.
Yeah. Well, I
But,
don't know that he can. I don't know that he's never not drunk.
but
Um,
no, well, he likes to pretend a couple of times. But my whole thing is because it always brings me back to when I was a kid, and my dad treated my mom like shit. Like the shit he would say about her, the way he would treat her, all that stuff. And I hated him. So I like obviously I can't speak for the kid, but he will learn about this and he will hate him and he'll want nothing to do with him. And then who's he going to blame? You know, this is all because it really seems at the minute that Granny doesn't want to learn. He just wants people to tell him he's right. And unfortunately, he has a fucking hand puppet who's his go-to guy, and a fucking bald guy from fucking Philly who thinks wearing rabbit ears is hilarious. So that's all he needs to tell him is like keep going. It's fucking hilarious. And he goes, all right, maybe I fucking will.
Sorcerer Gypsy, be careful with that. Wood can warp. Um, I his boiler is down. I don't know. Can a doctor fix that? Um, I am a little annoyed at the people that have gotten on his side, sort of, because I don't think they're helping him, and I think they're making the situation worse. And they keep making excuses for him, and he's going to wind up, uh, passing on to the big YouTube stream in the sky.
But eventually he's going to bore himself into a depression. Like it's coming up to Christmas. And it's like, damn what? Like where are you going to spend it in the fucking shed? Or are you going to try and get the family to let you in the house for the day? Like it's just it is sad to see this, and then it seems like he wants to wreck Lemmy's situation up. It's like why? Like if there's a kid that's being looked after and he's in a house and he's got people who care about him, even if you can't see him, you should be happy for him and say, okay, I'm miserable that I don't get to see him, but it's either he's with the family or he's living in that side of the shed.
Or or he would, it, if he was in foster care, it'd be easier for me to pick him up. I just insane, insane stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
But even him saying that shit, it's like if he was in foster care, it's like so you. you know you're not going to get custody of him, right? And it's just like, just don't be a dick. Stop being fucking stupid. I I kind of have to run, by the way.
All right, that's no problem. Um,
Okay.
I'm I'm not going to be on long. I just sent you the link because you look so frustrated. Hey, what's the alternative to using a mouse? Is this a trackpad or something?
No, I'd say one of these wireless mices, but I hadn't charged it, so I give it a good blast, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I had that happen to me last night, but the other night a chatter said to me, "How fucking old are you? You still use a mouse?"
Yeah.
I didn't know
I,
what the
I
alternative was.
yeah, I don't know an alternative. I've got a desktop. I don't use laptops.
Wow. Is there a reason for that or is it just because?
Why I use a desktop?
Yeah, like you don't have a laptop, so then you don't wind up taking it with you everywhere. So I guess you disconnect quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't even have fucking email on my phone. So
Wow.
when I log off, I'm way off. Although I do have Twitter and Instagram, but nobody can get to me when I'm done because you're all boring. Well, maybe not.
Well, I mean I know I am, and but I thank you for inviting me on, and sorry if I was a bit slow, but the Christian throws me.
I
So
think you two are gonna fuck. I've got to be honest with you. Speaking of which, KB in the chat, I'm gonna have to DM you to get a hotel advice slash tips about Hakamini because I've heard her say that she has been before, so she'll know where I should and shouldn't stay. So speak to you all very soon.
are you staying at you're not going to stay at the plaza?
Well, that's what I don't know because that, to be honest, that would be a lot easier if you, because it doesn't mean you've got to stay in the fucking room all day because it's just a place to crash, you know. So I may stay at the plaza or not because I was talking to Eccles and he was talking about staying at Caesars, but he wants to gamble and I don't because I'm fucking stupid. So I'll go bankrupt on day one and end up having to suck cacks for money. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Buckman?
Caesars is a pain in the balls though, to get to Hackamania from. So if you're
Yeah.
staying, either before or after, different story, but during Hackamania, it's gonna suck if you're staying at Caesars.
Yeah, that's it. I think the Plaza, like, even if it's not like the nicest place in the world, I'll just fuck it. I'll stay there.
Well, it's a dump, right? But it's not that much of a dump. It's not a stuttering John Motel 6 traveling across the country with kids playing in the hallway. But it's not very nice. The rooms are dark, the furniture is old. I mean, it's clean enough, but it's old. It's just not nice. And if you're bringing a lady with you, it does not have a full-length mirror.
Yeah, but that's the problem because KB's going to need multiple rooms to go in to do her coke allegedly. So we got to think of her at that time. I really got to run here,
Go, go,
Buckman.
go, go. I'll see you later. So it's hackamania.com and the promo code is Hughezy.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? We'll take Kaylee's code just to help her out. So
Cool. Not a bad idea. I already have my tickets and I got suckered into using NLO because it was the only one that worked the day that I bought mine.
no, not a problem. Send Tommy Jordan the link.
I did.
Oh, no problem. All right. See you later.
All right, man. Take care. Take care, buddy. Thank you. Oh, let me take him out. Let me talk to Lady KB here in the chat. Uh, Lady KB and Sorcerer's in here too. Well, this is look. The Sorcerer says the showers are short. Any place you go in, any room you go into, the showers are going to be short. Sorcerer, you're a tall guy. You're a tall guy. So, Lady KB says stay at the Circa. Now, here's the deal. Um, I looked. at the Circa, and I did look at like the reviews and all that shit. The problem with the Circa, from what everybody says, is that it's really loud, and there's no place like quiet. And I guess one side of it is faces like Fremont Street and stuff. And then there's like a stadium swim pool that they crank on the music at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And so, one thing I kind of like is a quiet hotel room. The Plaza will give you that. But I was actually thinking at maybe staying at the downtown Grand again and walking over. But I have to talk to Cookie about it. I have not yet booked my room, although I did buy the tickets. Um, Sorcerer, I got rooms at both. Yeah, I did that last year. I actually talked to Tukey to see because uh, his mom last year was like she wasn't staying there anymore. Again, but I did chat with him the other day, and he said that they plan on staying at the Plaza. And I see Sketty Tooth says she's staying at Circa, which means she will not have a full length mirror delivered to the house, and then tell Patrick she wants to play for it. Uh, Tommy, you've I sent you the link in on Twitter because I don't have any other way to get you if you wanted to come in. Um, the Sorcerer, the Plaza was fun and awesome. I agree, Sorcerer. I had a great time. I didn't like the room. I went through. I think I was on 3 rooms by the time I settled in a room. Um, no, it was actually more than that. Because the first room I went into was facing Fremont Street, and I walked in, I was like, uh, wow, it's not only facing Fremont Street, but it was literally next, like 2 feet from the ice machine and the elevator and stuff. So I went downstairs, I switched rooms, and I came up to the second room they gave me, and it was exactly the same as the first room, except with a different room number on a different floor. Then I got another room, so that was room 3, and Cookie came in late. Cookie got there, and Cookie said, "There's no way we're staying in this room because the bathtub was disgusting and she wasn't going to stand in it." And I looked and I agreed. And then we moved over that was in the north, the renovated tower. And then we moved over to the south tower, or it's the other way around where the pool is. And we lived with that room. Um, but Sketty, the real reason that I heard that you were staying at the Circle was you were afraid of being near that donut place, um, which I didn't get. Um, Somebody says mint diggity says no smoking inside. I will be done with smoking by then, but it was you couldn't smoke. We couldn't smoke in the room. I couldn't smoke in my room either. I was just downstairs at the craps table and the lounge. But what was really nice about this that we did not have at the first Hackamania was um, the hotel arrangement is like great because it was you could go downstairs, and if you forgot something or you needed to take a crap or whatever, you could go back up to your room and you could come back, and the entire trip would take you 5 minutes. And at the first Hackamania, you had to go you had to get in the car and you had to drive downtown. And I had a rental last year. I actually had a rental both years. I'll probably have a rental again, only because it was costing me less for the rental than it was for taxis back and forth to the airport. I don't drink, and Cookie was on different flights than me. So I had that. And, you know, uh, so it was okay, but who wants that? For me, if I got in my car and went back to the room to get something, I'm probably going to wind up taking a nap. And but Chris Mack, I put it up. Now I got to find it, Chris. There we go. Chris Mack. If I can't make it, Sorcerer. O and B, Top Opinions. God, I haven't been. I'm so old. I have not been at the Top of Binions since the Binion family owned it. Um, but it was a great steakhouse. Um, and last year I missed the uh, the big dinner, and I I'm kind of cheap. Moon Crickets, unless you're in college or having a bachelor party, stay at South Point. Go there 3 times a year. And no news people or something. But South Point is like, you might as well be in Kansas. It's so fucking far away. And Vegas, the transportation sucks, and cabs and Ubers and stuff are very expensive. And back to Chris Mack's $2. Um, I still think to this day about the steak that I had. I actually had prime rib when I was at Binion's, and it was probably the best prime rib I can remember having in a very long time, other than the ones that Cookie makes. So thank you for your $2, Chris. Um, look at you, KB. I'll never forget that. We laughed and laughed. Um, I think that, yeah, and the sorcerer was hiding from me. Uh, I think I creep him out, and that's hard to do to a psychiatrist, but I can do it. Um, Tommy Jordan, I'll have a rental in Vegas too. I hope she's not too expensive. This is why the sorcerer's comment makes so much sense. Tommy picked up a pen. Hey! So, yeah, that's it. So I came on here. I said I'll spend about, I don't know, 45 minutes, and now I got 54 people in here. I wouldn't want to disappoint you. I think somebody is starting soon. Uh, Felicia would be a giant get for SB or Hughezy Entertainment. I am never going to get Felicia on a show. I am too much aligned with Pat Dixon. Sorcerer, for craps. You don't creep me out. I sleep. No, I got it, Sorcerer. But your disappearing to sleep led to rumors that I'll tell you about someday, which I thought was hilarious. But yeah, I I don't know what it is with people and posting names and people's information. I don't know what you get out of that. Like I don't know why it makes you um I don't know. I don't know what people get out of it. It's like I'm here for fun. I don't need to fuck with people. And I I I actually like the sorcerer. I think his advice is interesting, and contrary to popular belief, no, he's really smart, which is like he's scary smart. So I'd like to see him and Moody have to have conversations because Moody is also scarily smart. Big Black Newport, hey buddy, how could you creep anybody out? I look a lot more normal in person. Um, I don't think anybody mentioned the bug eyes until I was on stream, and hell, I didn't even notice them. But I was having an issue with dry eye. I couldn't do it with that, but that seems to have gotten better. Um, but who knows? We'll be back. Um, Mint Diggity DMs will be leaked. Um, yeah, it's weird. We talked about that one night on here with Sarah and some other people. And like my thing is, DMs are, you just, you don't share them. And I got a bunch, but I don't share them. And other people feel like it's okay. It's okay to share them. Um, So I try to not write anything in the DM that I would be too embarrassed if people found out. But when people start like trying to find out who's sleeping with who or who's making eyes at this one or just creating stories out of whole cloth, I don't get it. Because it's like life, real life is so much more interesting. There's so many things going on. And Aerie Jane. This is why I love Aerie Jane. You do look normal in person, Schmuel. You have a glorious aura. Uh, yeah, her name is Cookie, and I'm very lucky that I have her to make me look normal. Mint Diggity. it's just how it is. Um, but you can be the change, man. You can be the first one that starts it, and then a trend will catch on. Um, Michaela Bella, yes, defending Michaela. Boy, that won me no friends. Um, and the answer to your question is yes, Mr. Hughezy Entertainment. Aerie and Buckman have met in person, and what just what a beautiful woman. I must say, and sweet and kind and very quiet. And so, but I liked her. The missus liked her. It was pretty easy. Schmuel has nice thumbs. I try not to put my thumbs on the air because then I'll reveal that uh, what goes on. Laundry room too. No simping. I'm not simping. I'm stating fact. Um, I have been very lucky in meeting people. Aerie Jane was really pleasant to meet. I really liked her a lot. Lady KB when it comes to the women, but more, the other thing was like I met like NJ Ranger, and he's not as cute as Lady KB, but a hell of a guy. I met EFS, um, Flimsy, Reels. Like you meet all these guys, and they're real people, and they're fun people. I enjoy them. So if you can, you should go to either Hackamania or Atlantic City or both Hackamania and Atlantic City. Um, so I bet Aerie is a good time. Um, I heard that Aerie was a good time and not in the good time ladies, not in the Keanu good time. Um, so the story that I heard that Aerie was having such a good time at the after party of the WATP show in Detroit that the person who she was rooming with uh, got jealous that she was having such a good time and wanted to leave. And when other people offered Aerie a ride, uh, the guy got a little upset. So there we go. Um, Big Black Newport. Hold on a second, guys. I came on saying I would smoke this little cigar and then I would leave, but I gotta get the fuck out of here because I gotta take a train and shit. All right. Uh, Big Black Newport getting a QR code. Um, if you're asking me, I have a QR code, but contrary to everyone saying that, I shouldn't say everyone, but certain people saying I'm in it for the money and stuff, um, I'm really not good at that part of it. So feel free to grab a membership and super chat or super tip at supertip.gg, the Buckman. And we have, ladies and gentlemen, a very special guest uh, behind who's coming up, and you know a little more Schmuel Buckman clout chasing to bring this guy on. And let me present to you the Rookie of the Year, Tommy Jordan. Tommy, how are you,
What's
buddy?
up? How's it going, Schmuel?
Good, man. Good. How are you?
Pretty good. You stole my name. I've been using that name Schmuel for a long time.
Have you really?
Yeah, I use it for my tool. Call it my Schmuel.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well,
Now it's weird that I do that.
you use it for your
Gotta
tool, and I am a tool, so it works out
go.
great. Um, so explain to me, Tommy, why you think you getting all that? Why do you think you got the trolls in an uproar?
um, I don't know. So I'm still trying to figure out why I get a lot of hate. But I also didn't know that I had a black scent until like 2 weeks ago. So I'm still learning. I don't get it.
A son? Wait,
No,
I'm
no, a black scent. They say I have a black scent. Like
a
I talk
black.
like I'm black. A black accent.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. I don't know. Well, you're from New York, right?
Yeah. Yup.
Yeah. So I'm currently in Queens. So
Oh, cool.
you just sound like
My neighbor.
every other guy to me. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
That's what guys from New York say. That's what KB said. The same thing. He's like, "You're just a New Yorker, huh? What?"
Well, it's not it's not a put on black guy, the put
Yeah,
on wigger thing, So, and it doesn't come across like you're trying to be cool, at least to me. And
this guy
but
gets me. This guy just.
but that's the deal. Hey man, I thought the old man mask was fantastic.
Oh,
Um,
thanks.
and did you? How was that show? Did you enjoy it? Like, did you enjoy me? You met a bunch of people, right?
Yeah, I
And
met New Jersey Ranger, Keanu, Gino, and John. We met again for the second time.
that was the second time you met John.
Well, the first time was in Pennsylvania when I was hiding in a bush.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot. I forgot. Now,
Yeah,
you said he was sitting at the table with you when you were in the old man mask,
yeah. I actually sent that to you on Twitter. The video. Did you see
and
that?
no,
I DM'd
uh,
it to you.
I might have. I'm old and
Sorry,
I might have. No, no, actually, I did see that. But the deal was, I guess what I'm asking is, and he didn't know who you were.
he didn't know who I was. No, he was like, he asked me what my name was, and I said John. I think I said
It
John. I don't know what I said. I just made something up real quick.
was like the first time you got caught with your pants down there. It sounds like.
Yeah, I regret not like ripping the mask off in that moment. That would have been epic. But I thought I'd have more time. I didn't know I was gonna get kicked out so soon after.
And do you think he got you kicked out or somebody else ratted you out?
He said he got me kicked out, but then I thought about it, and there's no way it was him because he was with me. Then he went right on the stage. So, um, and then I got kicked out while he was still on the stage. So I think it might have been the waiter who like kind of probably got a good look at my face, at my mask when they came back around the second time to get me another Shirley Temple.
You drinking Shirley Temples. So
Yeah,
that,
I love a good Shirley Temple.
that's probably what drew attention. Um,
An old
you know,
man drinking Shirley Temple.
what do you call it? Obviously, Steel Toe. I don't know much of your lore, um, so I hadn't really seen much. I'd heard a lot, hadn't really seen much, and then you did the pineapple show,
Oh yeah,
and that was where I got to like know who this guy was, and I'm like, oh, he's cool. Um, the first thing I heard was you came into the Dabbleverse and you had 6,000 followers, right? And
yeah,
these guys here, like, you're not allowed to have success without somebody accusing you of buying viewers or numbers or any of that stuff. And then we found out about the unicycle stuff.
yeah.
So,
Yep.
all right.
It's probably my
So
own fault because I privated a lot of my old videos. Because the 6,000 might have looked shady because I only left like 10 videos probably up, but I did hundreds of videos in the past. And on live streams, I pulled up my analytics and showed people. And but yeah, I still get that allegation sometimes.
you're never gonna the truth doesn't matter here because they will tell you if you do this I'll believe you, and then when you do that they're gonna move the goalpost and it's gonna be something different. So just do what you're doing, and you know it's like life. Do
Yeah.
what do what makes you happy, and fuck these guys. Does it is your unicycle, is it one of the motorized ones, or you're riding?
Yup. You probably see it a lot in Queens. I ride a lot in Queens too. It's no docks, no docks. It is the motorized electric one that has a gyroscope that keeps you upright. So it's one of those. Mine goes 45 miles per hour, but they have ones that go 90 miles per hour now. It's
Jesus
pretty
Christ.
sick.
Have
Yeah.
you ever have you ever heard of Big Booty Bailey?
No,
I can't think of her name. Um, so there was this chick that
I like the name.
she does unicycle reviews, and
Mhm.
she's really cute. 20 something, very very pretty, very personable girl, and came up in my YouTube algorithm at some point, and at the time
Oh,
I was like buying a scooter and stuff, and it turns out um, her side job is porn.
Oh, is her name like You're Awesome?
Yeah,
AUBS.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew her
It's
before she was like she blew up. Now she has like 2 million subscribers or something crazy like that.
it's like it's unbelievable because she looks so innocent,
Yeah.
and it's hilarious because it was like on YouTube. She would do these streams, and like old ladies would be like, "Oh, I remember, when I was in my 20s. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're such a nice girl." And she was doing YouTube streams with like other women, but they were all very innocent shit. And
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, oh man, yeah. So, um, well, you're in good company then. So,
Yeah, I know her. You threw me off with the big booty though, because she does not have a big booty.
no, not at all. But that's
No.
her. It
Oh.
it turns out that that's her other persona.
Oh, okay.
Is that's what it's called. And
Yeah.
all I remember was I was watching something, and I don't remember where I was watching it, but I was watching it. Somebody had sent it to me. I probably, and I'm watching it, and it's like her, and she was doing yoga or something, and then the next thing I know, some really like stupid guy walks up, and she's oh, and I'm like, oh no, you've ruined it for me, you know.
Yeah,
I
that's her
thought
boyfriend.
I thought
Uh, He's kind of like her pimp, her pimp boyfriend. I don't know what's going on there.
I haven't seen anything for in forever, so Laundry Room 2 at Schmuel Bugman. I can't fathom that. I smash women. I have no idea. So who's your personal stalker?
But
Somebody said your personal stalker was in the chat. But
uh,
all right. So
I don't know.
decline host. Tommy has zero personality. He recently lost weight from 320 pounds, so I guess just now he's trying to be a guy in life.
I
Uh,
lost that weight. I want to say over 15 years ago. So no.
de- decline host likes to stick it to you. But we I don't know if you heard, but when Levy was on last night, um, he said he wants to work with you. He thinks
Yeah.
you got awesome stage presence, and within a few hours you would outdraw Gino.
Oof, that's fire. You think he's serious? I
Uh,
gotta hit him up.
I think he's serious. Yeah, I think
Oh, cool.
he's definitely serious. So I said because I'm always trying to grift off it. I said to him, we'll have him in and you in on the same show. But he saw your open mic video, and you got the persona, you got the personality, and according to Bob, you have the you got the you'll have the jokes. Like
Wow.
he thought.
Nice.
I'm paraphrasing, and I may be exaggerating a little bit, but I don't think so. He was essentially saying that it's like, it was open mic stuff.
Yeah.
And as you got more comfortable with it, you would be better. But he's definitely convinced that he could make you he could turn you in to something. But I was
Maybe a
making
star.
I was making fun of him because when he said, you could outdraw Gino, I was thinking that pretty much anybody we could drag off the street could outdo Gino. But
Yeah,
so
that's a fact, Jack.
that's the deal. So I ride one of those little motorized scooters,
Oh, cool.
and that's how I got it. That's how I got. Because in the beginning, I was like, could I do a unicycle? It looks so cool, and I admire you crazy bastards as I'm driving through Manhattan and you don't pay attention to red lights and you just fucking going, and they really do go goddamn fast. Um,
Yeah.
but I decided to go with the scooter. But and mostly I use it in Hoboken where I've had two stolen. So there we go.
Oh man.
Uh,
Yeah, I usually bring it inside with me when I'm like shopping or something. I'll bring it right inside.
I I bring mine into ShopRite, and ShopRite. I was laughing because they put up a big sign on the door that said, no scooters, no e-scooters, no electric bikes allowed in the store, and uh, it lasted about a day. because there's so many electric bikes and there's so many scooters in Hoboken. They're like, "Fuck you, we're bringing them in,"
Yeah.
because people would started to lock them up outside and they were blocking the entrance. And some of these bike people are absolutely insane. Like one guy was like, "Yeah, fucking lock it to the door." So there we go. Um, Schmuel donates scooters to any inner city kids. You'll know this one. I had a scooter stolen in Hoboken. It's got an air tag in it, and it's been at the Tilden houses, I think, in Brooklyn, um,
Oh,
lately. And they're like, "Why don't you just get in your car and go over and get it?" And I'm like, "You don't know much about this area, do you?"
I'll go get it
So
for you. I'll
it's
put the old man mask on. I might get
it's
shot, but
yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to avoid. Is I didn't want to get shot over it. It's a cheap scooter because the first one I had stolen was a good one. Um, but this this was the second one, and I have a feeling that it was my fault, um, because when I got back that night, it was my helmet was still there. You know, it was like a kryptonite lock. My helmet was still on the lock, and the scooter was gone. So I have a feeling I locked my
mm.
helmet to the bike rack and not the scooter. Um,
Oh shoot,
and 20 minutes ago, it was on Beverly Road in
you're still
Brooklyn. I'm
tracking
still
it.
following it. Yeah, it's been like a month and a half, and I'm still following it. You know,
Awesome.
because the Hoboken cops are like, well, the city cops ain't gonna do anything. And look, if you do your, find my, and it's in Hoboken, give us a call. Then we'll go look for it. But
Oh, okay.
I did everything they told me to do after the first one got stolen, except probably lock it. Um, my
Mm.
helmet is uber gay. I will show you. It's got lights on it. Um, but I crashed on one of them last a year ago, I think, or maybe 2 years ago. I crashed on one and went flying, hit a pothole and went flying, broke my hand, had screws put in my hand and shit.
Oh man.
Um, but my head
Man.
was fine. My face was fucked up, my nose and shit, but internally, no damage. So I always wear a helmet because
Yeah.
I'm that kind of pussy. So in it, Coach Garrett is asking, was it a rainy day or was it sunny? And I could just tell him what kind of clothes I was wearing at the time. And I'd be like my wife when she starts telling a story, and I ask her, "What dress were you wearing that day? Was it a blue one?" So that's it. So what's going on with Tommy? What's your plan? What are you going to be doing? Are you going to Hackamania? You think you're going to Atlantic City? Are
Yeah.
you enjoying your time in the Dabbleverse?
Yeah. I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving it. Um, it's just crazy, like how I don't know, Melton was watching my video the other day. Mersh, I heard Steel Toe was talking about me. I'm like, how the hell did these guys know who I am? It's kind of surreal, you know. I was just watching them for like a while, and now they already know who I am. It's kind of weird, but
It,
I do like it. I'm going to Atlantic City for sure,
it's
and I
very
definitely want to do Vegas.
it's very weird when you get like a DM from one of those guys that are like, "Ah, I like what you're doing," or, "If you'd like me to come on your stream, let me know." And how do they like how do they know me?
Yeah,
And immediately I'm thinking they're fucking trolling me. Like the first thing I want to do is actually check that to make sure that that's the person that's sending it to me. Um,
yeah, yep.
so, so
There are a lot of fake accounts too.
oh,
Somebody made an account the other day. Tommy's receding hairline, something.
I
That was good.
I have Schmuel Bugman. There were a bunch of different Buckmans and Schmuels and stuff. I got banned from Karmic's chat pretty goddamn early on, and
Oh
um,
no.
and other people were going in using similar names, and they were getting banned too. But I've heard that Schmuel Bugman is one of Karmic's favorite chatters.
Oh,
So
the enemy, the friend of my enemy is my friend, something like that.
eh,
No, the
you know,
enemy of my enemy.
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Ah, yeah, yeah. So
It's the motto of Stuttering John. And
another one.
how did you come into this though? How did like? that's the part that I find interesting because it's such a it seems like it's such a small universe.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I'm late to the party. Damn, I wish I found it years ago. I watch a lot of Red Bar. Have you ever saw Red Bar?
Seen a bit of it, not a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I really like his show, and he'll like talk about like Patrick Melton, Ethan Ralph, Steel Toe, but I never really saw him mention like the Dabbleverse by name. But I think that's what got it in kind of like in my feed. And then I think the first channel I saw was Who Are These Podcasts, and I
That's
liked it from there.
I think that's I think that's a story for a lot of us. You know, um, that's that was the gateway podcast for me as well. I was watching
Oh, cool.
Kumia, and Kumia said something about ATP doing an Opie thing, and I watched
Oh,
that, and then they started doing the stuttering. They were doing stuttering John stuff, and I'm like, I remember that guy. Like, I don't remember John being as famous as John actually was at the time, but I remember him, and I was like, what? And I'm like, wait a minute, that guy from the Stern asking questions is this fucked up all these years
yeah,
later? And he just doubles down and triples down. It's amazing watching this fucking guy. So,
yeah. He's totally. It's weird too because he's totally different. Like the voice is different, the hair's different. I know people get older, but it's almost like he's another person.
well, the alcohol hasn't helped,
Ooh, yeah,
you know.
that does not help.
But as they've gone through this, and even the stories here, he's always been an asshole. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yep,
it's it's not
that's true.
like he left the Tonight Show and then became an asshole. It's like these guys didn't turn him into what he is. You know, he it just it was who he was, but it's magnified. And
Yeah,
and
and he
then
has no self awareness or
zero,
yep.
and
Wow.
can't admit when he's wrong,
Mm.
even for the most minor of things. You know, like if I'd gotten pulled over, I get you get pulled over by the cops for going through a red light. It's not a big deal, but
Yeah,
he'll come up with all sorts of stories about it, and what's his name is a stalker because Cardiff's a stalker because he posted the video of it, the body cam footage. And like Brennan gets stopped. Brennan's a complete asshole. His body cam footage comes out, and he goes with it, and it becomes something that he makes money off of. Aerie Jane for 499. Tommy, who is the first person from the Dabbleverse that stands out as welcoming to you?
definitely soft weekly. Like I think I only had like maybe two videos out, and he clipped me, and I was like, "What the hell? What's going?" on? And yeah, soft weekly. He reached out to me. He put me on a lot of people's radar because people would watch his clip, and then I think it was Win by Two saw the soft weekly clip, and that's how like Win by Two learned about me, and then Win by Two told me to shave my mustache, and the rest is history. Once I got rid of that stupid mustache, it's all been up. My trajectory is
Wow, you're like a reverse
almost up.
Samson with a mustache.
Yeah,
Um,
that thing had to go.
I do not. So it's funny. Like I know of Win by Two, um, but his streams are irregular, and I don't watch as much as I do. But I do know Soft, um, because he was he was a huge Win by Two guy,
Oh,
and they were gonna box Steel Toe, um, and
ooh,
uh,
I would love to do that.
and Soft also very much liked his alcohol, and
Mm.
would just get fucking hammered on streams, and just go off on Steel Toe and John and the boxing, and it was fascinating to me.
But
But who knows why? And uh,
I
Karn,
gotta check that out.
cool. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up because I got to get on a train and head back
Oh,
to
okay.
Hoboken. Thank you so much for coming on. You got any plugs for us?
Oh, thanks for having me on. I did want to ask you one question. Well,
Sure.
it's like a long question, so never
Well,
mind.
go no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been trying to figure out what's the deal with John and Vince the lawyer. Like, did Vince really sue him for millions? How come they're like on and off again friends? I can't wrap my head around it. He knows he's a troll, but he's still friends with him. Do you
Well, they go back to
what's going on?
Stern, right? And Vince the lawyer
Oh,
was a Stern guy, but
mm.
Vince has money, um, and so it seems that he pays for a bunch of stuff for John. Um, but it is a weird relationship. But Vince is a very weird guy, and not a guy that I want to fuck around with,
Yeah, me
just
neither.
because the deal is he is a lawyer, right? So what happens is like you and I, if you wanted to look stuff up, on people or anything else, you'd wind up paying like $100 a pop, something like that. Lawyers just he just has all that access.
Oh yeah.
So I think Vince pulls up people's information and whatnot. He gives it to John, and whether it's true or not, John thinks he has it. So and Vince does things like when John went home, Vince got John an Uber from Kennedy out to Long Island,
Mm.
you know, and
Yeah.
the way to win John's heart is to give him money. But yes, he did sue him. John filed a complaint with the New York bar against Vince, making a bunch of claims, and Vince then turned around and sued John because John had put up a tweet saying that Vince was fucking with him at the same time he was representing him. And so Vince sued him
Mm.
for defamation, sued him for $12 million, but but never. There's this thing called RJI, request for judicial intervention. So Vince filed the suit, but he never actually asked that it be handled. So, and then of course they made a deal. But it's very weird because he hates Vince 1 minute and 10 minutes later, he's back to Vince. So it's
Yeah.
is
It's
it
kind of weird.
do they call it a codependent relationship?
Oh
Maybe.
yeah. Yep. All right.
So
Thank you. You
that's
really helped me
that's
a lot. I've
that's
been trying to figure that out.
I don't. I'm the worst person to get information from. Um, I apparently made a mistake. I was told that Chad said the reason why the hairbrush didn't have any hair in it was because his chick was black, and black chicks don't lose their hair. Um, but I have been informed by Cardiff that that never actually happened.
Uh,
Um, so I'm going to blame. Uh, I'll blame Cigarette Jones because I asked him to confirm it for me, and he went, "I don't know. I think it was on a stream." Well, that was good enough for me. So
it is hard
uh,
to tell the race of an imaginary person though
it
when they're
really
see
is,
through.
and
Yeah, it's tough.
it's exactly what I said to Cardiff. I go, "She's invisible. Does it really matter?"
Yeah, she's see through. Doesn't
But
matter.
could you picture Chad like going in and like getting like a lady's hairbrush and whatnot, but then going over to like the tampon section and like think people are looking at him. And
Yeah, that's funny.
you
Thank
know
God
they
for
have
that hairbrush. That hairbrush saved me.
well, he's
Like it was,
got he,
that saved me at the end. I was like, yes,
there's a
hairbrush saved.
video of Chad stealing a bottle of booze. Did you know about this?
No,
Okay, so
damn, I don't know shit.
there's a video of Chad. I think it was when he was living in L.A. and he put like a bottle of Tito's or something down his pants. Was trying to steal it out of a liquor store. So of course that video becomes public. So
Oh my god.
I just imagine Chad like wearing basically a burqa, going to CVS to buy like a woman's hairbrush. But I just picture him being paranoid the whole time. So
Yeah, he probably put
but
it down his pants. Allegedly, YouTube terms to serve.
and nobody ever asked him what do you call it? Not nobody ever asked him, but every nobody ever remembers seeing Chad with a woman. He was Gino's
Yep.
roommate for a long time. Gino says he's never seen him with a woman.
Yeah, that's
So
weird. And my aunt's a makeup artist. She does like um commercials and movies and stuff. Like I even got to meet like Snoop Dogg and a bunch of people. Like she'll bring me on set, and all these guys that are on television, they all wear makeup, like little bit of makeup to hide blemishes and stuff. So I'm thinking all that makeup was probably Chad's. You know,
Oh,
from maybe he did a TV appearance or something.
yeah, or he puts on makeup to do because we do talk about his symmetrically perfect face, and
Yeah.
but they did weigh him at not weigh him. This is where I start getting dopey. They did measure him his height at Hackamania, not
Oh
or at
my god.
Atlantic City. So uh, Jason Bentley, who's one of the beloved chatters, he had made a bunch of shit comments about Jason's wife. So Jason is a big motherfucker too. So Jason is standing there looking at Chad. Chad is terrified that Jason's gonna punch him or something. And Tukey goes up behind him, Rocco, with the measuring tape, and they measured him.
Oh man,
And they
what
measured
a
him at
legend.
5'8". But personally, I think whenever he's wearing the high tops, there's lifts in them.
Ooh,
So I have a feeling he's closer to 5'6".
wow.
A lot of short guys, me among them. I used to be 5'8". I would imagine now I probably shrunk an inch. So, but you know, but there we go.
As long as your Schmuel didn't shrink an inch, you'll be
Yeah,
okay.
no, no, no. And when you lose weight, it's what is it? Every 10 pounds you lose, it grows half an inch or something.
Yeah,
Most realistic
20.
guess is that Chad has a female roommate. I agree, and I actually said that, right?
I don't
Because
think so.
well, dude, when you say like we're sleeping in separate rooms, it's like Karmic and Felicia. Like I have a feeling they're more roommates
Oh yeah,
than they
that's true.
are anything else. So I could see Chad doing that. And
But I would just like if that was my roommate, and I would just like say something in the background, or I would be like, "Can you yell real quick?" You know, she'd be like, "What?" And then
dude,
be like, "That's
I'd get a
rude for a
neighbor
kid."
to knock on the fucking door, you know? Um,
Yeah. And by the way, great job on your debate. I really like that you crushed him too.
well, thank you for that. I did not get a lot. I did not get a lot of love for that. But I told you, I think I told you, I've said it before. I got about halfway through that thing, and my heart like fell out of it. He's such a broken guy.
Yeah, you started helping him.
I'm like, yeah, Chad, like, yeah, I know, but that's my thing. My thing is, I'm
You were
trying to
like, "Let me
help you.
sign you up."
Trying to help you, Chad. Like, let's,
Yeah.
you don't have to make, do these lies and stuff. But the other
Let's
part
get
of
you
it
a
is,
401k. Let's
he's
sign you up.
at disability insurance. I was one of the words I used, and that made people want to like just kill themselves. But
Oh my god.
I met Chad. We met Chad in AC, right? And Chad was very personable. He was a
Mm.
nice guy. Meeting him, and I think I brought this out. And then 10 minutes later, he goes upstairs. He's streaming with John from Win by Two, and he's like, "Melton's lying to me. This guy sucks." Because Melton had said to him, "Hey, what do we got to do to get you to Hackamania?" And it was a serious offer. It was
Wow.
like, Melton likes it's weird because of the way he goes after people, but he kind of likes making friends with these guys. So, and Atlantic City is usually all about settling beefs. So, people go in and they talk, and usually what happens is you haven't met them before, and now you meet them and you have a laugh. But
Yeah.
Chad can't handle it. He just doesn't. I think because he's such a shit himself, he just can't trust anybody. Um,
Weird. Yeah, it seems like he doesn't like the Dabbleverse. And then he calls me like a kiss ass just because I'm like enjoy the people in the Dabbleverse. I don't know. He's weird.
Yeah,
He's a weird dude.
but that's the thing is like you get the label ball washer,
Yeah. Yep.
clout, whatever, and it's
Yes.
like, Chad, you don't have to wash anybody's balls, um, but you don't have to be an asshole and make up lies, and the thing about him with the emails and the ringing the Melton's uncle's doorbell and stuff, and everybody knows that this shit is true, and that he calls Rocco and leaves Rocco these really long, sort of pathetic voicemails, and but he denies. He has that ability to just deny everything. So,
And he actually
include
wanted to fight John at one point.
wants to fight everybody. These guys.
That's crazy.
Nobody nobody really wants to fight. Um, and I've met John. We met him in Atlantic City the first year, and the dude's like 5'6" and very soft.
Yeah. Yep.
You
That's a
know,
fact. He looks
and
like ET. He has an ET build.
he's got that. Yeah, he's very like curved, and
Yeah.
you
Definitely
know,
scoliosis or something.
yeah. Well, it's from sitting and drinking.
Mm.
24/7. Um, but once again, hey man, these guys are winning and you and I are losing, so we'll have to deal with that for ourselves. We have to go to bed at night and think about that.
I'm in
Uh,
bed right now.
don't tell me that. I don't need to know that because then we're gonna have a Schmuel and Tommy. Somebody will clip it and then go for it. All right, I'm at work. I gotta go home.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Take care. Thanks.
Um. My promo code for Hackamania is Tojo. That's all I want to promote. Tojo.
Do you have a promo code for
Yeah, I just
Hackamania?
got it last night.
Fucking man, I should have asked for one.
Oh yeah,
Um,
he said he'll give anybody that reaches out. So definitely send him an email.
cool. We got to get Chow one. And
Yeah. Oh,
have you?
Doctor Chow.
Yeah, have you felt the wrath of Doctor Chow?
I don't like him or that Mur Muska. Like I watched one of their videos and I just disagreed with every single thought that they had. I'm like, man, these guys are brutal. But I guess
I
that's what the people. Some people think of that as of me. So I don't know. Maybe I'll become a troll just for them.
they well, that's what Chow is. Hold on, here's it. Chow, Doctor Mega G. He didn't get a code. I never asked for one. But that's what
Yeah, I asked for one.
Chow very much likes. What he does is he likes to see what people's buttons are, and he doesn't necessarily know. So he'll go through like a ton of shit, and then he'll find out like what you're sensitive about,
Mm.
and that'll be the thing that he'll try to like uh, push your button and go after. And he really is. If there's a master, you're the rookie of the year. If there's a master troll, or big time troll in the DV, it's Chow. Um, I don't think he uses alt accounts. I don't think he fucks around. I think he comes right at you when he's trolling you, comes right out at you, and I I admire that. Um,
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna ignore him altogether.
that's
That's
yeah,
my
and
plan.
that's the best advice. That's like I don't really watch the life form stuff, um, or any of that,
Yeah.
and he's only done like I don't know 5 or 6 shows about me, and then their recent one is the Buckman's. I don't know what the hell it is, but the people are the Buckman's ball washers, and
Oh,
they did OG Mumbly Nick
add me
his
to the
turn.
list.
So there we
Ball
go.
Wars.
All right. Well, let me get you off before you hate me, and
Yeah.
we will.
Anytime.
All
Thanks
right,
for having me.
buddy. I'll see you. I'm gonna I'll hit you up with I'm gonna talk to Bob. Hit you up with the link, and let's see what maybe the three of us can
Oh yeah.
do a stream, and it would be a shit ton of fun. And
Make me a star. Make me a star, Bob. Come on.
you're you're already a star, and you know it. Look, the great thing in our universe is the bar is very low, and
Oh,
so getting above the bar, um, it's easy. You can probably do it pretty easily. It's the staying up there part. That's
that's why
that's.
John likes it because the bar is low and he's short. Hacka hacka.
Good night, man. I'll see you later.
Later.
Bye. All right, guys. It's been a lot of fun, and I got to get the fuck back out of here. And yes, Mac, we go back years. Um, I've got the old love-hate relationship with Chow, but I do respect his trolling abilities. And the thing I think about Chow is it never feels personal, and it's the same thing with this guy, Mint Diggity. Um, they like to troll, they like to fuck around, but basically, I think I don't think they have hate in their hearts um, at all, which is a take on the old Jimmy Carter, no lust in his heart. Um, Moon Crickets, guys, check him out on YouTube. There's some old podcasts up there, and Unbanned Josh Denny fan. I look like H. Pearl Davis a little bit. I'll have to take a look at who H. Pearl is. Um, Good night, Siggy, and that's the word we're looking for. Not emotionally invested. Um, I, I would say that about Chow, and it's hard for me personally, not the Chow thing, but it's hard for me to. I find it hard to just sort of randomly push people, or I couldn't do what Chow does. So, and there's a need for guys like Chow, as long as they're not doxing and fucking with your family and stuff. We need them here because they help do stuff for us. Um, so Moon Cricket says he casts 24 hours all day, every day. So I guess he'll be easy to find. Mint Diggity, all love. Um, Mint Diggity is a man's man. Um, I've never met Chow, so I can't say that about him. But Mint is a good egg. Decline Host was here. Thank you to Decline Host because he was one of the guys that helped me get started. Um, and Dr. Mega G, I just do a program show. We're not. Nobody talks about your show, Chow. It's the chats that get people going. I want to thank Soup Party for the $10 super chat. Chris Mack, thank you for super chatting. Aerie, thank you for super chatting. Um, and Decline Host, uh, just know that without Decline Host, there would be no Schmuel Buckman on here today. And Mr. Buckman, you still owe me a golf outing. We agreed to that last year. Um, I don't really know how to play golf, but I'm definitely going to go there. And shout out to Ray DeVito. Ray was on last night, and we had a lot of fun with Ray. Shit, which reminded me, I wanted to talk to Tommy about that. We had a lot of fun with Ray, and Cigarette Jones and I, and other people, but I'll speak for the two of us. We are big Ray ball washers and fans, and Ray thinks that we like to talk about him, but we really we do because we like Ray, and we'd love to see Ray be successful. So good night, Ray. Mr. Z. That's who that is. I was thinking that, but couldn't remember the name. Alrighty, guys. It has been a blast. Thank you, everybody. Laundry Room, thank you for being here. Decline Host again, thank you for the third or fourth time. Aerie Jane, beautiful as always.